Hey y'all, this is Jennifer again, and it's Monday here. It's Simon Says Stamp Monday Challenge. Today's theme is make your own background. So I'm going to try to do it on a canvas today. This is just a canvas that I had in one of my drawers. So I'm going to do the canvas, but the canvas is really just for looks because I'm going to do it on my paper and then glue the paper to the canvas. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to have Arteza paper, watercolor paper. It's 140 pounds, so it should hold, you know, what I'm fixing to do to it. So I cut it down. My frame is 8 by 10, so I cut this down to 7 by 9. So this is what I'm going to be working with today, this piece of paper. Okay, so my background today, I'm going to use the brand new color, Speckled Egg. And I'm going to use Faded Jeans. And I'm going to use Bundled Sage. All right, and the first one I'm going to start with is going to be Speckled Egg. I'm just going to spray a little down here on my mat. And then I'm going to spray it with some water. Get those nice big droplets. And then I'm just going to take my paper and I'm just going to dab it. I'm going to sling it, but I'm going to dab it in that color. I just love that color. Okay. Now, just keep picking it up just till you are happy with the coverage. All right, I'm kind of wanting something right there, but it's not cooperating, but you get what you get. This is drying. I'm going to take my distress sprayer. It's just water, and I'm going to spritz a little bit of water as I'm drying it. I'm barely squeezing the trigger because I want some big spots of water. Whoops. And you'll see it react with that ink. Okay, now that I'm happy with the colors, I'm going to take the Stampers Anonymous set from Tim Holtz collection. It's called Faded Type, and the number is CMS 397. It is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite sets. And we're just going to be stamping some in the background, so I don't need my platform. I'm just going to use a block. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try it with this and see how much that shows up. This is also the new Speckled Egg. So what I'm going to do is just stamp it up, ink it up, and then I'm just going to take it, make sure it's turned the right way, and I'm going to kind of hang it off the edge. I didn't have to be 100%. So I'm going to do that. It's kind of faint, but I like it. It looks pretty. Okay, so we're happy with that. So we'll continue with some more. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's faint, but I like it. It looks really good. It's just the background. So we're going to keep it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stencil and I'm going to take some Distress Texture Paste. This is the Crackle. This has also become a new favorite. I just love the way it cracks up and has a really nice vintage look about it. It's got a great texture once it dries. All right. And I'm not aiming for anything special. I'm just going to do some random spots, kind of maybe bring it down like that. That works for me. Pull it up. So once that dries, you can see the crackle. It just really looks cool. But I don't think I'm happy with how, sometimes it will absorb the color of the sprays that you use, or inks, and it didn't really absorb it like I want it to. It's kind of white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little more speckled egg, because let's face it, I don't think you can get too much of that. It's really pretty. And don't worry about the wrinkles. Those will flatten out once you're done. You can just flatten it all out nice and flat, especially once we glue it to the canvas. It'll be great. All right. I think that I like that. Okay. And I'm going to take blending tool, and I'm going to take this vintage photo, and I have a foam for all of my inks on the back of the ink pad. And then I'm going to just take my little shelf liner, put that down, and we're just going to distress the edges of this with some vintage photo. I'm liking that. All right, so then you just circular motion, and around we go. Now, I think I'm happy with this, but then I'm not. So I'm going to get this out of the way and this out of the way. And then I'm going to take the stamp block, and I'm going to take that stamp again, like that. And I'm going to take the Distress Embossing Dabber. This is just embossing dabber for glue, embossing powders. All right, now I don't want this on my mat, so I will do this on my non-stick mat so that I can clean that up. All right, but I also need this, and one of these. This is the new embossing glaze, and it is, of course, speckled egg. So you make sure I've got my block turned around right. So then I'm going to just do this. Get in there. All right, so then I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to do that right there. Take my Distress Embossing Glaze, and I'm going to run it this way like that and pick up that powder. This powder will just stick to the embossing glue, and then I'm just going to put, looks like I got a little bit of it on there anyway. All right, so now my embossing glaze is on there. And then I'm just going to take this coffee filter, fold it in half, and then pour my powder back in there. I'm going to take my, move that out of the way, take my embossing gun, and I'm just going to heat the powder. And yeah, once it starts melting, you'll get that really nice shine on it. Okay, now it should have a really nice shine, and I'm hoping that the camera is picking that shine up. All right, and that is going to be my background. I think I'm happy with that. I'm done with that background. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some twine, and I'm going to, there's a brand new thing of twine, so we're going to take that off. And then I'm going to just wrap it around. So I'm going to start back here. And I'm going to just start with a glue dot. And I'm going to put it right there, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take another one. I'm going to put it over here, like that. Now, I'm going to put those right there because I may need those. Okay, so I'm just going to start it right there. Hold that in place. And then I'm just going to wrap it around. Hold it in place. See, I like that. Okay. And see, the plan is to use one of these baseboard frames. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to emboss it. Put that like that, and that'll be, look how shiny it almost looks ceramic. All right, so I'm going to put this down there, but before I put that down, I'm going to take one of these cards, part of the ideology, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to do that. Make sure that is sealed on there good, and then that's going to be a pretty little vintage frame right there. That's pretty. I like it. All right, so now I'm going to get some pop dots and we will stick that down. Alright, so next I'm going to take my collage medium again. I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the back of these dots. They will stay, but I like to have just a little bit movability before it dries. I mean, and they stick. So if you have a little glue on the back before you put it down, then you can position it a little bit where you want it. Now, in actuality, I think I'm quite happy with that. So we just give it a good press. Make sure there's contact with everything. Okay, and then that kind of looks pretty by itself. But no, we're not done. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these ladies in and sit them on my frame like that. I guess we need something for her to put her arm on. Maybe she can put it on a flower. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to do with these ladies is I'm going to take my Distress Embossing Pen. And it's the same thing as in the dabber. It's just in pen form. And then I'm going to take Distress Embossing Glaze and my coffee filter. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to color in some details. gives them a little bit of color. A little bit of color. They're not so black and white. And then when we put them on the little frame, the blue pops out just like the frame does. All right, so I need a little something right there. Let me see what I can't find to do that. Okay, so this is my little cigar box full of little things. And so really, I just want something for her to rest her little elbow on. What about that? That would be good. That works. Now she got something to lean on. Perfect. All right, so I'll get that out of the way. Okay, now, I think I like it. I think I like it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is possibly put some flowers on here, something. As you can see, it's a process of figuring out what you want to do. So I'm going to take these little flowers and this little butterfly. I'm going to move that out of my way, but then I'm going to kind of squirt these with some water. And then a little bit of this Distress Oxide and see what happens. Ooh. Okay. See if I can't lighten it up a smidge. See what that does for me. All right, so now I'm going to figure out the placement of the flowers. I'm going to do this, I think, like that, and then put this like that, and this up there. Now, okay, is that too much blue? I'm going to take this brown here, and I'm going to just kind of dirty them up a little bit. How about that? So I'm going to do that, like that, and that. Put this big one down here. Don't know that it really matters too much. It's just all about what makes you happy. And I think that that makes me happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my 3-in-1. Now, the last thing I have is this little baseboard, chipboard piece that says, "Enjoy the journey." So I'm thinking I just want to put it right there. And I'm going to just kind of, I think I'm going to leave it white and just do a little of that. A little of that to dirty it up a little bit. But I want to take some of that off. It's kind of brown, kind of dark. Surprise, when you use brown, you get brown. All right, clean some of that off. All right, now I'm going to take 3-in-1 again. And then I'm just going to run a strip down the back. And stick it right there. Okay. Is it straight? It is straight. Good. Okay. I like it. I do. I like it. I'm going to take that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this Distress Oxide. I'm just going to kind of distress the corners on this puppy. pocket. That, like that. I think that's pretty. I like it a lot. Okay, so for the canvas, I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to take my 3-in-1 and I'm going to put generous amounts. Of course, to do a generous amount, I'm going to have to cut the tip off of this nozzle. So now I can get a little bit more glue. And mount it in the center where I want it. Just like that. Center and hold it down. Okay. Now, I think that is that. I'm happy with it. I think it's got plenty on it. I really like it. I really love that new speckled egg color. And I like the girls. They're cute. All right. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Please check out the links below for other ways to follow me. In the description below, there will be a list of supplies that we used in the video today. Enjoy. Thanks.